Hello. I am Angela Locascio, and I wanted to jump on here today to just give you an overview of what's to come. Every day at 5 o'clock, I am going to, not, let's see, 5 o'clock PST. So 5 o'clock PST, that'll actually be Central Time. I know I have a lot of people in Central Time who will be watching. So 5 o'clock is going to be 7 o'clock your time. I will post a video that is recorded on Zoom, and I will go ahead and post it on Facebook. And that is not going to be just me, because how boring listening to me talk every day. Actually, that might be kind of exciting because I get a little crazy sometimes. But I have invited and I have a schedule full of guests who are going to be coming on here to talk to us. You may have noticed that I have been using the hashtag Journey of Self. And I wanted to let you know today a little bit about what Journey of Self was. It has taken me a long time to get here to this point. And it is a very just so many exciting things have happened to get me to this point, and I want to share that, but I don't want to just share my story. I want to share the story of a lot of other women, especially those of us who are Gen X, because Gen X women, you know, we have a story that's just, it's like none other. It's very, this generation has just gone through some stuff that that prior generations started for us. They got ready for us, and then we kind of jumped in. And then the generations to come, they're going to have their own things that they're doing, and we are marking the way for them. So I really want to share the story of a lot of Generation X women and what they're doing, where they've come from, where they're going, and share their stories, because we have a lot of amazing women who are doing really amazing things, and I want to share that. So I have called my women's group and a few other things that I'm working on, and I'll get to that at another time. Journey of Self, a woman's path to health, wellness, and sexual confidence. And the reason that I'm doing that is because as many of you know, now not all of you, as many of you know, a long time ago I started working multi-level marketing. Okay, I started there, and then things just kind of progressed, and it's so exciting to see where I came from and to now be where I am. So I started working with Unique, and with that, um, my husband just really was super supportive about me going to the Unique Foundation for women who had experienced some childhood sexual abuse. And I did not know at the time that that was going to be so life changing. So I went there and I did that, and it kind of propelled me into where I am today. Um, it, it it showed me that I already have a skill set that I can use, and that by learning more and then advancing and then sharing that information, I could really be available to help a lot of other women who had gone through similar but not exactly the same thing that I have. So that was years ago, and here I am now 4 years ago. So that was 5 years ago. Okay, now 4 years ago, I took a year off work and decided that I was going to do everything I could to learn how to be a coach. I was already working within coaching in the school setting, because teachers are automatically coaches. As an educator, you're kind of already there as a coach, but I was working with the other teachers, and in that capacity, really enjoying working, especially with other women. Guys, don't take this wrong. I love working with you too, but I was really enjoying working with women, and some of the things that I would notice, people who I didn't necessarily have a connection with, and then we would start talking in a work capacity, and then all of a sudden I would find out how similar a lot of the things that we had gone through were. And that made a difference to me, and it made a difference in my life, and I know that it made a difference to some of them as well. So I took that year off, and I just really focused all of my energies on learning absolutely everything I could, becoming a certified coach, and really learning how to work with people to see where they are, understand where they are, and move them forward. In the meantime, I was also working on um, learning everything that I could about trauma and becoming trauma informed for a couple different reasons. So, one, of course, as a coach, I wanted to come to that from the perspective of being a trauma informed coach. Knowing the different things, the different triggers, the different actions, the different behaviors, the different reasons why, the different excuses that we use as women to cope with trauma that we have had. And also because as an educator, it is super important to understand where trauma is coming from when you're working with other educators, when you're working with any of the staff, and when you're working with students and their parents. It was really important. So there I was, getting the coaching underway. I already had a master's degree in education, getting the coaching underway, then doing the trauma informed thing. And I thought, gosh, I'm pretty whole and I'm doing pretty well. So I go back to teaching, and I'm doing teaching and coaching at the same time. And then um, my son became a Marine, and my husband, who is a bit younger than I am, he decided that he was so impressed, and he was moved when we went to MCRD San Diego, and he was like, this is really great. And he decided that he wanted to be a Marine. Well, that was just going to take my life to a different place. We were going to go from me working as a teacher and moving into administration, as well as doing my coaching outside of teaching hours, to us having to move and be in several different places and following the military lifestyle. So I decided that, you know what, right now that's the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and really focus everything on coaching. So that's what I'm doing. And I've been doing that um, since like 100% focused on coaching and my website and working on a book and getting all of this stuff going and really focusing on that since May of last year. So for the last year, oh my gosh, it's been a year already. So working on all of that. In the meantime, I met the amazing um, Brianna Bragg of Vacation of the Mind. And she taught me things about meditation that I just had never found anywhere else, regardless of how many videos or classes or anything that I ever took on meditation. She was able to teach me so much. So I decided I have got to do this and bring this into my practice, because for me, for my own personal wellness, it made the difference that so many other things didn't. It was that little missing piece of my puzzle that I needed, so I added that. And that has been my journey and where I've come from. And I am ready to have all of these other women come on here and share theirs, and to provide y'all with some resources um, that you can use personally, that you can use to share with your friends, and meet all of these amazing people, because social capital is huge, and knowing people is so important. And having an amazing circle or tribe or whatever you want to call it of women is so much more important than I ever knew. And I want to provide a place where you can get that, whether we're in this world of corona, or when things get back to what we considered normal before that. I want you guys to have that opportunity. So that's what today is all about, just introducing myself, letting you know what I'm going to do. Every single day, Monday through Friday, there's going to be a post on my personal Facebook page with this, as well as on my YouTube page. And I will put those links down here for you as well. And I hope that you have the most wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.